from the whatever a person was not in knowledge of previously, to a light or to a forward way where a person sees the direction of where a person is going to his or her destination. And this means that through education, we have to do all that we can do to protect our faith, to seek paradise. So find out about how we will live in this world and how we are going to use the same education or information to live our hereafter. So it's unlimited, it's vast, it's not to be seen as just for this world or just limited to a paper, but it's a way of life. We learn from the time that we are born until the time that we will pass away. And eventually, it so happens that even after passing away, we are still carrying on learning, because that is a new life in the grave. We don't know what will happen there. So we are continuing to learn. So education is not only on the papers or on the marks, but it's vast and it's not limited.
Definitely. So many times, the role of women in society, as well as their role in shaping families, have been the topic of conferences and seminars, etc. Now, considering this, how can we ignore the fact that education is not vital for women? Why are women not getting equal education as men?
I think it's just a matter of carrying on the ignorance of the Jahiliyyah that happened that time, and people of those mindsets are still thinking that women have to be limited in terms of education. And that is not true. And if you can see, according to the journal article entitled Women Education in the Muslim World by David McLeodon and others, they state that Muslim women are less educated than women in most religious groups, and they lag further behind their core religionists. This means that till today, there are some people who are still considering Muslim women as to be at home and just to stay without education. And that is not the fact. That is not what the Prophet ﷺ brought. That is not what Islam teaches. Islam teaches education. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala emphasizes in the Quran in numerous places where education is important for every Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ stated in his hadith that طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم. Seeking knowledge, or religious knowledge for that matter, is obligatory upon every Muslim. The word obligation here, it means that we have no option as Muslims than to seek knowledge. And he further says, upon every Muslim. So the Prophet ﷺ did not specify men as the seekers of knowledge, but in a general form that both men and women have to seek knowledge.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like you said, Appa, it's just about going back to the times of Jahiliyyah, the times of ignorance, where people felt that if you had to silence the woman, and then that would be doing something good for the community, for the people. But it's actually the other way around. I mean, if you do not educate a woman, if you do not empower a woman, then how are you going to be able to educate your children and empower your children? Because the child learns first from their parents, they learn first from their mothers, from their mother's lap. So it works backwards, you know. If you're taking away something from her, then at the end of the day, you are also depriving your children.
Yes, that is correct. We always forget, or perhaps I said those who present the women from education, they always forget that women are the first teachers of the children. And there was a quote for this morning that says, empowering women educationally is like unfolding a long-awaited blossoming rose, ready to give its beauty to the world. Empower women for the way your first teachers and continue to be as long as they live. So this emphasizes that women are the first teachers of all humankind. There is no way that we can run away from that fact. So with the developments that are happening these days, so why should we let the women stay behind? And by the way, what does the word education mean in Islam? It doesn't show any difference. Mm-hmm. There is education, Islamic education, which is a religious education, and the secular education. Islam does not show any difference between both, as long as it's beneficial education. It's part of Islamic education.
Mm-hmm. All right. Appa, please stay on the line with us. So we're going to take a quick break and we will continue afterwards, inshallah.
All right. Thank you.
At the Emergency Centre at Red Cross War Memorial Children's Hospital in 2020. This year, the Children's Hospital Trust calls on you to gift your charity towards the purchasing of life-saving medical equipment.
Elevate your Ramadan, share your Sadaqah Jariyah and give the gift of life to sick and injured children. Donate today. Visit childrenshospitaltrust.org.za.
Elevate your Ramadan, elevate your rewards.
What makes Randery Jewelers the optimum place for your memorable gift? Is it our range of exclusive, high-end, luxurious jewellery? Or is it our master craftsmanship of all your bespoke jewellery needs? We believe it's because at Randery Jewelers, we know just how to make your special moments last forever. Whether it's for a wedding, anniversary, or just a simple gift to show your love, trust Randery Jewelers to make it special. www.randeryjewelers.com. Make your moments last forever with Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
The Al Baraka Transactional Banking Loyalty Program puts cash back into your pocket. Earn cash back monthly on your purchases at participating butcheries when you pay with your Al Baraka debit card. Terms and conditions apply. Visit www.albaraka.co.za/loyalty or contact our customer services on 0860 225 786 or WhatsApp us on 084 786 6563. Al Baraka, your partner bank. Al Baraka Bank Limited is an authorized financial services and credit provider.
Gift of the Needy is working tirelessly to bring relief directly to those who are COVID-19 positive by sponsoring oximeters, hot nutritious soup, grocery hampers, and rendering financial assistance. Donate now. Standard Bank, Gift of the Needy, 272-327-654. Contact us on 031-271-3102. View our projects online on www.giftoftheneedy.com. Gift of the Needy, bringing ease to those in need.
You are listening to Mid-Morning Talk with Maryam Mphuthi, Wednesday and Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
You're listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media with me, Maryam Mphuthi, and this is our Muslimah Corner. The lines are open. If you would like to share your comments or questions, the number to call us in studio is 01088023996, and you can send us your WhatsApp messages and voice notes to 061-766-0355. Alternatively, follow us on our social media pages. We are talking about the importance of education woman, for the Muslim woman, for the women, with Appa Maryam Mphuthi. Appa, shukran for staying on the line. Now, we've seen how countries that have been led by women are doing exceptionally well, alhamdulillah. And we are seeing also that there are more and more countries that are being led and governed by women. So in terms of leadership, what leadership roles can Muslim women hold?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So when we come to the leadership part, a leader is either a person who is born with the leadership qualities, or a person who acquires those leadership qualities. And therefore, when a person, it doesn't matter whether a person is a male or a female. What matters is, what does that person do with those qualities or leadership skills that she or he acquired? Then when it comes to women specifically, yes, we do understand and acknowledge the fact that it is important that women empower other women as their leadership circles. Very, very important. And now the question will be, should they extend their leadership skills and knowledge where and when necessary? So the answer will be yes, definitely. Why not? If in a matter or in an area that woman is the only one who can be able to handle the situations in a proper professional way, then what will stop her from continuing to do that? Yes. So that's generalized there. Your question, women in leadership should use their skills and knowledge to proactively contribute to the community.
So basically, Appa, what you're saying is that it's okay for women to be presidents. It's okay for women to be in top government positions, etc.
According to my knowledge and according to my understanding, is that women at those positions, they are, or I would say those positions are administrative positions or jobs. And if anything entails administrative position, and a woman is qualified enough, has experience, skills and knowledge, why not?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody should be afforded equal opportunities and equal chances. Appa, what are some takeaway points that our listeners can take in terms of education, educating the Muslim woman, educating the women in general, and empowering them as well?
Can you please raise your voice? I cannot hear you very well.
What are some takeaway points, advices that you can leave us with in terms of seeking education, in terms of empowering women, etc.?
Okay, I would like to advise the Muslim women outside there to put on their mindset or to change their mindset from not seeking knowledge to seeking knowledge. And not just any knowledge, but first of all, that knowledge has to be a beneficial knowledge. It has to be, first of all, the knowledge of Tawheed, which is the knowledge of the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is our way or our path or our first direction as Muslims. Secondly, they've got to seek this knowledge in order to protect their faith. Thirdly, they have to seek this knowledge in order to seek or to save their place in paradise. Fourthly, they've got to seek this knowledge in order to get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fifth, they've got to seek this knowledge in order to develop themselves, to better themselves, to uplift themselves in order to be able to uplift others. And the sixth point, they have to seek the knowledge in order for this knowledge to help them to open their doors for the benefit of this dunya. In other words, to help them to comprehend the present life. This is not only to focus on seeking the Islamic knowledge only, but we should also seek the secular education with the fact and the truth that we are not only staying in the Islamic environment. We are staying in both Islamic and secular environment. Looking at ourselves in South Africa, for example, we have to seek the secular knowledge or education in order for us to be able to live in this secular environment or area so that we can be able to do or to deal with our religious aspects. And the most important part, number 8, women have to know that they like it or not, they are the first teachers of every child born. And therefore, they have to seek this knowledge and advance themselves in knowledge and according to the technologies or whatsoever comes up, as long as it's good and as long as it's beneficial, in order for them to teach their children. Point number 9, they've got to seek the knowledge or information or knowledge in order for them to be able to know the right from the wrong. And the most important part, which is very close to my heart, is for the women to seek education in order for them to know their rights, to avoid oppressions and the abuses that the women face daily, more especially in our country.
Yeah.
Women have to stand up for themselves. They've got to know their rights. If they don't do that, unfortunately, they will be crying behind the doors, and at the end of the day, the very same fingers that they are pointing onto others, they will point back to them because they didn't take initiative of knowing their rights in order to avoid this oppressions and abuses that we see each and every day.
Yeah, definitely. Knowledge is empowerment on its own. So if you go out there and seek knowledge, you will be empowering yourself and those around you. Appa, shukran so much for your time and for the advices and tips that you've just shared with us. And I hope it will go a long way in empowering people out there. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallahu khairan wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That was Appa Maryam Mphuthi, an entrepreneur, certified counselor, coach, and an advanced master mentor, taking us through our Muslimah Corner, the topic of the importance of seeking an education, the importance of education for the Muslim woman, the importance of education in general, as well as empowerment and leadership. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came at a time when the Arab society, like so many patriarchal societies at that time, was rife and abhorrent practices against girls. And he preached Islam. He liberated women and girls in every walk of life, education being a prime aspect. It does so. Education is not just something that is meant for men, even though you might see the words in the Holy Quran, which says, the words, for example, says men of understanding, etc. It's not just talking on men, but it's talking on humankind as a whole. So people shouldn't bring such verses and use them out of context so as to show that only men are supposed to do A, B, or C. It is 11:58. You are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media with me, Maryam Mphuthi. If you have any comments or questions, please send them to us. The number is 061 766 0355, and we are talking about the importance of seeking knowledge. Just stay with us. We will be right back with lessons from the Sahabiyat. And today we are focusing on Nusayba bint Ka'ab radiallahu anha, the first female warrior of Islam.